aka Cosmic Mermaid. Welcome back to the channel. Thanks for tuning in. Today I'm going to bring to you my current household just to give you a little bit of a glimpse into what I've been playing off camera. I've been playing with them for quite a while, and they are actually a whole story that I have been writing since probably I've been a teen. So since I've probably been like 13, 15 years old. So these characters are pretty near and dear to my heart. So I put them into a Sims story like a lot of us do, and I've been playing them. The storyline that I have going on in The Sims is not quite the same storyline that I have going on in the actual story that I wrote, just because there is a lot that is going on, you know, in the book that you can't really do in The Sims, right? So, but I wanted to kind of bring these characters to life and play around with them in The Sims. So I wanted to show them to you, and because I've been sharing a little bit about them on Instagram, so I wanted to show them to you guys and let you in on the little bit of storyline that I have going on and share with you some of the things that I have going on with them and playing around with them. And so this won't be like a let's play or a story that I'll be going, you know, doing videos on a regular basis, but I may check in here and there and let you know what's going on with them if you are interested. So definitely let me know in the comments below if you find this story interesting or these characters interesting, and if you want to see more, then I'll do some updates with this current household. But currently, we're in Windenburg with the story, with Lavender and Mark. And, oh gosh, there's so much going on. There's so much backstory, but, I don't want to make this like a long video, but we'll go in and check in with Lavender and Mark. They're the main characters, and they're the main ones that I play with. Okay, here's Lavender. She's flirty as usual. Her and Mark just recently moved in together. She's dancing. Okay, first let me tell you, I just got a new gaming PC. You know, I've been playing on a Mac all this time. I just got a gaming laptop, and I've been, you know, so used to my Mac that trying to control a PC and getting used to the different, you know, buttons and things on a PC again, it's taking me a while. So more than normal, I'm going to be like, you know, fumbling around with the keyboard and stuff. What is she listening to? Okay, so she's dancing. But let me just tell you a little bit about Lavender. She is one of my favorite people. Lavender is an alien. She is an alien, but she isn't, there's many different alien species. All right. In this world. And she's one of them. But she is, let me show you her alien form so you can understand more what I'm, how do you do it? More what I'm saying. Her alien people, see, are the ones that created humans. Oh, shit, Patchy! Oh, sorry, didn't mean to cuss. God damn it. Patchy will scare the crap out of you when he shows up. Jesus. Sorry, didn't mean to cuss, but goddamn Patchy! Sorry. Oh my God, he just gave me a heart attack. Don't you flirt with Patchy. Mark will come in here and knock you, Patchy, into next week. Okay. So anyway, her alien species, or her alien group, or her alien, whatever, are the ones that created humans. So you can see they have more human-like, obviously, more human-like, Lord Lavender, she's always flirty. They have more human-like traits and more human-like looks and things like that. They're not, you know, they don't have the green or the blue or whatever. So that's her human form. What is Mark doing? He's shoveling snow. Okay, that's enough of
Torso
that.
de noi.
Listen, Rack.
She's just chatting.
Oh, Vine.
Get out of your out of your alien form because that voice drives me crazy. Disguise yourself. Shouldn't be walking around showing people anyway because they have to stay. They have to stay. Kind of hidden from the world because most humans don't know about the supernatural. We'll call them supernatural because there's aliens, there's witches, there's vampires, there's all kinds of different supernatural beings in this world, right? So, and the humans aren't very kind or don't really want them around because they are very powerful. So they could easily, take over the humans and keep the earth for themselves. And if they really wanted to, they would have done it by now. But there's a lot going on with that. So Lavender is part of the alien group called the Lasaya, and she is part of a very powerful group of priestesses within the Lasaya group. They're very earth friendly. They draw their powers from an ancient source. They have mystical, magical, mysterious powers. The women, especially, the females, especially, the females actually have a lot more powers than the males. The females are the ones that have that. You saw how she has the makeup or the markings on her eyes. The males don't have that, but the males do have. Let me show you again her disguise again. Come on, girl. See how she has these markings here. The males have these too, and they all have different colors and different areas on their bodies. These markings. The females have these markings on their face, and they're all different colors and have different patterns and stuff. But yeah, so they have to keep themselves disguised, and that's part of their magic. They can keep themselves disguised so that they can walk around with humans, and so that nobody can find out about them. But Lavender is a priestess right now. She just turned into a young adult, and she is a priestess, and she is living in Windenburg on an island that is mostly, or actually all, Lasaya. She is doing her training to become an elder priestess, and she is living here with her boyfriend Mark, who is not a alien, or he's human, and he knows all about who she is and how they met. And I'm gonna throw up some pictures here. They met. Mark is very, very wealthy, and Mark, as you can see, they got a whole lot of money. Mark comes from a very wealthy family. He's a Morse, and he is one of the wealthiest families in their city. Where is he going? He's still tired. Poor thing. Oh, Patchy, there you are again. Okay. He comes from one of the wealthiest families in their city-state, and the Morris family. Yeah, take a nap. He's the eldest son, and his father is on the council that runs their city-state. The council is run by a group of hereditary humans that pass down their position in the government, basically, to their heirs. So, which really means that nobody else, of course, so that keeps out any aliens or any vampires or anybody who's poor, basically, or doesn't have the class to get into the government. So Mark is the junior to become on the council. He's the heir apparent to become on the council. So So yeah. So where is he going to bed? It's not. He's always tired. He works a lot. We're gonna turn this off, Lavender, because he's not gonna be able to sleep. Turn this off. Um. So she's flirty all the time. Why don't you all woohoo or something? I'm gonna take you out. Wake him up.
Patyoy Limla?
Yeah.
Kibaya.
Wake him up. And we're not gonna try for a baby yet, but so anyway, so yeah, that's what he does. He's very rich. His family owns a few companies. He works. He runs one of the companies for his father. He's young too. He's kind of like a child prodigy. He graduated very early from high school. Has a few degrees. He graduated early from college. He's kind of, he's very privileged. He grew up I'll take you to their mansion. They have a huge mansion. He's kind of down. He's very down to earth, but he's very privileged. He, grew up with servants and stuff. But they met at his brother had a party at Mark's penthouse in San Myshuno. His brother is just a couple of years older than Lavender, so Lavender and his brother Michael knew each other because they were in school together at one point. And he met Lavender. He saw Lavender. He thought Lavender was much older than she was. She was a teen at the time. And he saw her, just kind of being off by herself during this party. She was kind of like looking at his art in his apartment. She was kind of looking at his books and things. And he thought she was gorgeous and beautiful. And Mark kind of has his way with women. Women think he's, gorgeous and was, always very... Women just love him. He's got a lot of girlfriends. We can look at them all. Where's his friends? Mark has a lot of girlfriends. Some of them he's had to get rid of because, he's still got a few of them hanging around over here. And he had a fiance that he had to get rid of, obviously, when he got with Lavender. But yeah, so he saw her, and he just wanted to talk to her. He thought she was a, older. He was, he was going to seduce her, obviously. He was going to, use his Mark Morris charms, the money, the wealth, the good looks and everything he thought he could use on her. And, kind of get her into bed like he does with everybody else. It didn't work. Not with Lavender, of course. He didn't realize that she was a teen, and didn't realize she was a teen until after they had this conversation. They were talking about art and books and things like that, and of course he's very educated and stuff, and so is she, and she's not like other teens that he had met, had known, because she is an alien, she is a priestess, she's, has a higher education, higher level of knowledge, and all kinds of things. Patchy, when you go back to your place, man? So when he did find out, where is she going to watch something? No, I want you to cook something. Oh no, priest. Okay. Why don't you bake something? A fish pie. I don't even know what that is, but let's bake it. So when he did find out she was a teen, he was like, okay, that's not a good thing, but he couldn't stop thinking about her and whatever. So they, he just kind of met up with her again. Just out of the blue, they happened to be at the same place, and they kept, finding each other, and then he started, they started thinking about each other and things like that. And they just kind of, that's why you need to learn baking better. Yeah, Rich, level 3, girl, go ahead. So they started dating. I mean, she was getting ready to graduate high school anyway. They started dating, and that's when she finally told him about her being an alien and her being a priestess. And of course, he didn't believe her at first. There's lots of, stories about there being aliens and vampires and things and witches and, green people that, are half plant, half humans and all this other kind of stuff. But everybody thinks they're just stories. So he, she of course showed him. And let's put this away. And he fell even more in love with her. He finds her fascinating. He finds her beautiful, and he feels like this huge connection to her. He feels deeply connected to her. Like every time they're together, they just seem to. They're just like he feels like a part of him is complete when he's around her. He feels totally at home, more complete than he ever has been. And for somebody like him who has an unlimited amount of money and an unlimited amount of privilege where he could do anything in the world, he's never had that feeling before. So they, Lavender is like really, how should I say, she's kind of very much, he would like, he was like, within like a couple of weeks is like, I'm going to marry you and, buy you everything that you ever wanted in the world. And that's the end of it. We're going to have 1,000 babies. And he's never wanted that before. Like he has all these girlfriends and stuff and he's never wanted to settle down. His parents wanted him to marry one of the daughters of somebody else on the council. They, had this hopes that, this power couple marriage and all this other stuff. And he was dating this other woman and proposed to her because that's what their families wanted, but he wasn't really in love with her and all this stuff. He just had, he's kind of like a playboy and, he never really committed to any women and none of the women, thought that they were committed to him because he didn't lead them on that way. But he never really thought that he would be wanting to settle down at this point in his life because he's still young. And he just, he's very much into his career and running the family business. And he knew he's got to be on the council at some point soon when his father decides to retire. So he wasn't really looking for this beautiful priestess to come into his life and change things up. Let's hide your disguise before something happens. So anyway, so that's what's kind of going on with them. So then the other twist in the story, why don't you go over here and write since you're very inspired. The other twist of the story is Lavender's mother, who we can go visit, is also Messiah. Her mother is a alien, and her father isn't. But her mother and her father were never married. But what a lot of people don't realize or know about her is that her father is on the council. Twist in the story. Her father is Michael Cannon, and her father is on the council. Her mother and her father were never married, but they broke up when Lavender was younger because her father wasn't quite sure what to do. He knew he was in love with her mother. I mean, he's kind of still is. And he wasn't sure what to do. He knows, that he can't be out with a family of aliens. And he also being on the council and being, who he is. And so that caused a problem in his relationship. He couldn't, have this family. And so it caused a problem. And so he left and he has a new wife, and I can never remember her name. I think her name is Angela. And the problem with Angela and him is they don't have any children. They can't seem to get pregnant. So that's a problem with the council, is who is going to take over his seat when he retires, because he has to have an heir. Well, little did they know he has an heir, but his heir is an alien. And the council does know a lot about, these supernatural beings. And one of their things is to keep the supernatural beings under control. So that's a whole nother storyline that goes on in this story that I got going on. So Mark does know, of course, that her father's on the council, and when he found out who her father was, he was like, "Oh shoot, that's like even more." That even throws more problem into our relationship. But he couldn't help himself. He is deeply in love with her, and she's in love with him. They are they're just meant to be together. So Mark moved out of his, I don't know how many bedrooms. I think that penthouse that I built for him had 5-bedroom penthouse in San Myshuno, 3 floors, hoity-toity penthouse. He moved out of there to live with. He bought this cabin here for Lavender here in Windenburg. And y'all, I built this myself. I'm going to show you all. I built this whole thing. It ain't that great. It's kind of cute though. But yeah, I built this. I'm going to show you. If I can get the camera to work. Look how cute. I built this. All the cottages here in Windenburg have kind of like a little fairy weird. They're all kind of weird looking. That's just the way the Lasaya live. They have this little mystical fairy thing going on. And if you see why they have these crystals and things hanging out of the ground, that's because a lot of their power comes from these crystals. And most of Windenburg has these crystals that are underground. They have a lot of underground caverns and caves and things. And a lot of the crystals jut up out of the earth. And so what's funny and interesting is that so a lot of the Lasaya people live in Windenburg, and especially those that live on the island part of Windenburg get their energy to run their electricity and stuff like that from these crystals. So they don't have to pay a whole lot of money to the land grabs, and the land grabs are on the council, or are they on the council? I can't remember if they're on the council or not, but whatever. That pisses the land grabs off, that they get a lot of their energy from these crystals, so they don't have to pay a whole lot of money to the energy company. But anyway, yeah, I built this little cute cottage here, and she has this greenhouse over here, of course, and a little garden here. So part of her training to be an elder is she has to collect a bunch of stuff. Her gardening skills and things are pretty high, because she had to get these things pretty high to be a priestess. But to become an elder priestess, she has to do some things. So where's her gardening? Her gardening's at 9. Her handiness is at 7. So she has to, her wellness is at 5. So she has the aspiration to be a freelance botanist. So she had a nice garden at home with her mother, but she had to leave all that behind and start from scratch. So she has to complete her gardening collection. She had a bunch of gemstones and everything. She had to leave all that behind and start from fresh. So she has to complete the gemstone collection, and fossil collection, and a couple of other things. So that's what I'm doing with her. and Mark just goes to work. And so yeah, he bought this cabin for her. That was part of her dreams to after she graduated from high school was to buy a cute little cottage here in Windenburg on the island so she could do her elder priestess studies. And of course he was like, okay. So the cottage that he bought was smaller than this. And of course, he was like, well, we're going to have to add on to this because he's used to living in bigger quarters. And, so we've been adding on to it. And he let her decorate it. It was a little more run down than this. But of course, he, paid to get it all renovated and everything. And it's got 2 bedrooms. This is their bedroom. And it's got this really cool bathroom here with a soaking tub, and it's got like a double shower. It's got an extra bedroom in the bath here, and this huge open area. This is like her little altar area, sitting area where she can read and do stuff. And then there's a little laundry room, mud room over here, an extra bathroom, and there's like a eating cookout area back there. And then here's her greenhouse. And then she's got an outside garden area too. But I think I'm going to keep adding on to this because she needs like a room. Well, he needs like an office, and they need like a workout room. Like I put this stuff here, but he needs to have like workout equipment because he drives me crazy because he's always energized and needs to work out a lot. I think his fitness level's high. So I think I'm going to build a basement. Like I think I'm going to put some stairs here and then build a basement, put an office for him. And then she's also going to need like some of that science equipment to do the slides for the samples, the microscopic samples and things like that. So I can put that in the basement, and stuff like that. So, and then they're probably going to have kids. So, because they're always woohooing. So I'm sure I haven't done Try for Baby yet, but I'm sure MC Command Center is going to get me. So, let me take this off pause. Why am I on pause? So yeah, so that's what they got going on. She has a couple of, oh good, she's level 3. She has a couple of groups that she's in. She's in the priestess group with this other, Messiah friend of hers who is also trying to reach her heaven. Her name is, she's trying to reach her elder priestess status. So, and there may be some other priestesses that join. These 2 just have the weirdest hours. It's ridiculous. Like it's 3 a.m. and now he's up, and he's happy. And what's wrong with him? He needs a bath, and he's hot-headed. Because he comes from, a very wealthy family, used to get in his way, kind of spoiled. And, Lavender's like, you can be hot-headed all you want. You can sit here and rant and rave about everything, but I don't really care. So she kind of keeps him in check. And I think he kind of likes that about her, kind of turns him on. His best friend is Jackson. They've been good friends since like college, and they're just, best friends. Oh, he stinks. Yeah, I'll go more into their relationship at some point, maybe if I do another another thing. There's all kinds of things. There's things. All kinds of things that the story goes into a lot of stuff. Lavender's best friend is Amanda here. Amanda's human, but that's been her best friend since she was little. And yeah, so Amanda actually is dating Lavender's cousin, Tony. Where's Tony? Oh, there's Tony. Tony's right there. And her grandmother and her grandfather are the elder on the elders council. So the elders in the Messiah community have their own council of elders who kind of keep things regulated within their community, and they're like the go-to. They're kind of like the elders. They're the where they go to, where everybody goes to for advice and to keep the community going and stuff like that. Why are you all up and just happy and focused and doing things? I don't understand these people. What is he watching? These people. I'm trying to wait till it comes like a decent hour for them to go and visit somebody. Actually, they could go visit Larissa because I'm sure Larissa is up. Larissa is Lavender's mother, so I'm gonna put some clothes on her because she will go just out and about in her lingerie here. Here, Lavender, put some clothes on, sweetie, and let's go visit your mother so we can show the people where you grew up. Okay. Mark, why you have a suit on, I don't know, but that's all right. So let's go. No, we're not sleeping. I have the mod there's a new mod out. It's called Enhanced Alien mod or something. So she has that. Oh, I have the UI cheats. Okay, let me do that. Let me just do that for her too, because just up there, whole thing here a little bit, so we can go and so she's got like this brain power thing and everything. All right, let's go visiting. It's been snowing for like days and now it's finally stopped. Hopefully it'll stop soon. Oh, we got Winterfest coming up, and then they're going to Salvadorada on a trip. So all right, y'all, let's go. So she grew up in Brindleton Bay, and her grandmother and grandfather live here. Her friend Heaven lives here, and then some other Lasaya people live here. And then these, there's some alien folks that live around here, and there's this really cool shopping center here that I put. Mark owns this vacation home here, and this is actually a historical estate that the Morrises own. So yeah, they're pretty rich. Lavender grew up in Brindleton Bay. She grew up, with money because her father has money. And her mother makes good money because her mother is an artist, and her mother owns the museum and art gallery in San Myshuno. So her mother makes good money. And of course, her father, being on the council, he comes from money. So, and her father isn't, doesn't dislike her, doesn't dislike her mother. Her mother and her father, have a weird relationship where they don't really get along because they have their own thing, relationship problems. But, it's just what it is. This is where Mark grew up. This is the Morris estate. It's huge. And then this over here is where Lavender, her mother, lives. So let's go and take Mark with us.